Hey there, good morning. Sorry I'm a little late this morning. Happy Monday morning. This is Joy Hansen, and you are watching my 100-day challenge and maybe doing your own, which would be awesome. And today, good morning, Bob. So today's one of those days that I don't want to do this, but here I am. And so this morning, so today's day 60, and I was just aware of that's so many days in a row. And I also was noticing as I was looking at my my calendar, counting the 100-day challenge, is how it's long, but it's also not that long, and how much can actually get achieved and accomplished when, you know, we set out a goal to do something. And yeah, so it's awesome. So this morning, what was happening with me, I have been in a funk for the last 3 days, and so I just want to talk about that with you. So there's this habit that I have that I hate. I hate it so much. And when things get really rough for me, where I get to a point where I feel like I can't deal with my life, I eat ice cream. And this is not something that I just decided was a really good idea. This is something that our family decided was a really good idea a long time ago. So, I'm sorry, I just need to adjust this real quick. You can just get a little view of my house while I do this. So I can't deal with what's happening right now. So I'm gonna go eat some ice cream. Okay, sorry about that. So, growing up, okay, back it up. So my mom and my brother and I are very, very sensitive to food. And sensitive to a lot of things, sensitive to sound and light. Like, we're just really sensitive people. My dad is not sensitive to anything. Guy's like a garbage disposal. Just like eat anything, everything's fine. So growing up, when things would get kind of heavy and, you know, we'd need kind of a break from life, we would do popcorn, ice cream, and a movie. And so that was kind of our escape from whatever was too challenging at that moment to deal with. And so I grew up with that sort of resource. Like, this is how we handle uncomfortable emotions. We sort of check out. And so it's just been this habit that I have. It's come and gone throughout my entire life. And I've been much, much better at it, and I've developed many more resources to deal with what's uncomfortable for me. And then occasionally it just comes back. And so the last 3 days, my coping has been Haagen Daaz. Now, there really isn't a better ice cream. You may disagree. That's fine. You can. So 3 days ago, it was Matcha Green Tea, Haagen Daaz, which is really good. Yesterday was Rocky Road, and last night was coffee ice cream. Now you can see all of them right here, right here, in the fact that I look very tired. But this morning, so then the routine then, the pattern for me is. So something happened that sort of had me feeling bummed out, I don't know what it was yet. We'll get into that. But so something happens, I get triggered, something makes me upset. For whatever reason, I can't deal with it. And then the next action is, some sort of food that makes me feel like crap. So usually ice cream. So this time around, ice cream. So then what happens then after that, like that's fine, whatever. That's how I chose to deal with it. But then this morning, and this is the pattern for me, is then beating myself up for doing that and then for feeling the way I feel. Since it has been something I've dealt with my whole life, because I grew up really sensitive, so I grew up sick a lot. So we grew up in a very health conscious household because, both my brother and I would be sick all the time. And the doctors just kept telling, my mom to put us on antibiotics. So, we did tofu tacos and juiced and, we did all of that growing up. So for me, having this habit that still rears its head is super freaking annoying. So then not only do I do the thing and I feel bad, physically feel bad, then I beat myself up for feeling bad and that I shouldn't feel bad. And I wanted to do that differently today. I want to do it differently all the time. But so I've been trying to figure out, how can I do this differently? How can I be more gentle with where I am right now? And how can I develop like a new resource? Because I'm really sick of beating myself up for this. It's fine if I want to eat ice cream. Yeah, it ruins my entire day. Like my vision is foggy. My mind is not clear. It affects me affects me a lot. So I was trying to identify, what is the thing that happened that kind of triggered me and had me feeling not great. And one of the things that I noticed is, and this is not easy for me. This is not, I'm being really vulnerable right now, and it's not easy. It's almost easier for me to be vulnerable with you than it is with myself. And so, what I've been trying to uncover is, what do I need? What do I need that is causing me to sort of shut down and eat ice cream that has me separate and has me, it's more of an isolating behavior than a connecting behavior, and it also doesn't fix the problem. So one of the things I've been noticing is my need for, aw, thanks, Maddie. One of the things that, I have to get back on track. I received like 8 emails just now. I have to figure out turn that off. So I have a really wonderful community, and at the same time, what I've been noticing, before I moved to Arizona, I lived in Oakland, California, and I lived in a house with 7 people, and this has its benefits and also its downfalls. I live alone now. There's a reason for that. But one of the benefits to living with all of my friends was that I always had the choice to be around other people. And I'm a very social person. I also like my quiet time, but I'm also very social. And so, I had the ability to like hang out with everyone and watch a movie, or, have dinner together. And it was always super spontaneous, or like play the guitar and sing. And for me, having that touch, like whenever I wanted it, was really, really awesome. And my friend Chris and I every single morning would hug in the kitchen, and before we made coffee or tea or whatever, and it was really, really grounding for me. And so I really miss that, and I need that. And so I need to figure out a way to get that and have that in my life. Right now I'm sort of in a transition. I have a few different communities that I live in. or, you know, socialize in. And, you know, one of them is really centered around like going out and drinking and being around cigarette smoke and going to bars, and I'm not into that anymore. And so I have to find a way to have that community where, you know, I'm chilling and hanging out and being with my friends, and I'm getting that authentic connection. And I think that that's the thing that is missing in my life right now. So I'm gonna figure out how to do that so I don't have to eat ice cream and be hungover, probably just because I need a hug. Hugs fix everything. So what I wanted to do differently today, though, is, you know, I don't really enjoy like if I'm sad, I don't like trying to just feel happy. For me, that's super inauthentic. And it's important to actually go through the process of sadness, of feeling sad for whatever it is. And so I want to honor, you know, whatever is coming up for me, and go through that process and feel sad if I need to. And then also figure out what the solution is for me, figure out how I can get my needs met, figure out how I can have more authentic connection in my life. So my solution today, one is just to be aware of that, for one thing. That's kind of the first step, is just to acknowledge that that's going on. And another thing I'm going to be doing later today is meeting with a health practitioner and kind of going through some stuff and figuring out how to support myself better. So I hope you have a fabulous day. So that was hot tip number 60. Hot tip number 60 is eat more ice cream. Don't do that. Be gentle is the hot tip of the day. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with whatever it is that you're going through. Don't beat yourself up for whatever habits are coming forth, so they can be released and moved, and something else replacing them. Something way, way better. So thank you so much. Thanks for being on this journey with me and letting me hang out with you in my sleepy face and my hungoverness of ice cream. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Have a good one. Bye.